Well, hi there, everybody. We're back for Miss Peggy's class. We're going to put together another little film and video for you here to watch. We're playing Minecraft today, and I've gone through and created a lot of Star Wars characters and things in my world, so I thought I'd show you around. Welcome back. You might have seen some of my previous videos. But this is a whole new world I started with my friend Terry a few months ago, so I thought I'd show you around. To start out with, this is just my little house that I come back to every night when I'm finished playing, and I stay there whenever I'm off the game. But if you come out of the house here, you'll see a bunch of Star Wars characters over there that we're going to go over and take a quick tour of. All right, so where do we start? Tell you what, let's start over here with R2-D2. That is a giant-sized R2-D2 over there that we built. He's pretty cool looking. I'm pretty happy with the way he turned out. If we can get a good view of him, there we go. But obviously that's a giant size. He is really, really big. And on this side, we have BB-8, and that's another giant size there. I like doing the droids really big because, you know, they're so small in real life. That wouldn't be very fun to just build a tiny one. So there's a big old BB-8 right over there, too. And you'll probably notice behind him up in the air there, that's a lightsaber. That's actually Darth Maul's lightsaber up there. His double-ended lightsaber, of course. There's one blade going way down there and another blade going way down there. That blade, unfortunately, I had to cut off a little bit because of the castle I put down there, but we'll show you that a little bit later at the end of the tour. And there's another lightsaber. The blue one is Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber, of course. And the red one right here, that is Darth Vader's lightsaber. There we go. And over here we have Mace Windu's purple lightsaber. And obviously those are all giant size too. I had to make Darth Maul's laying down because the blade is so long. It would have gone so high in the air it would have been crazy. Even these ones go clear through the clouds. And let's see here. You probably noticed Darth Vader's TIE fighter right there when we were walking by. And these ships are all the size that if I had a ladder up to it, you can actually climb inside of it like you're flying it. So it's pretty neat that they're big life-size ships like that. And behind his ship over here, we have a regular TIE fighter. And over here, we have Princess Leia's Corellian Corvette, they called it. It turned out pretty cool too. It's kind of plain looking because they're all one color, but that's Princess Leia's ship right there that they escaped in, getting away from Darth Vader. And let's see here. While we're over here, we'll go take a look at the Porg. The Porg is a new one that I just put up. There he is. And again, he's a giant-sized Porg, that's for sure. Kind of like the droids, I like to make giant ones because you don't want to just have a little tiny Porg. So there's the big giant Porg there. This building here is a Jedi temple. I modeled it after a Jedi temple that I saw online. It's pretty nice. It's got a big tall roof line. It's very big. And inside the Jedi temple over here, we have the lava waterfall coming on one side, and we have the waterfall for water on the other. And when it comes down in the middle, where they come together, if you've ever played, you know that that makes obsidian. So the obsidian coming up out of the center. And then we have our portal And that's the portal to the Nether, of course. But I thought that was pretty cool. Putting that together was a lot of fun. And this is all inside the Jedi Temple, of course. It's got a pretty neat roof line up there. Someday I got to figure out what I want to fill out this room with. It's such a huge, giant room. I just don't have anything to fill it up with yet. And then if we come over here, we have the giant walkers, of course. A big AT-AT, and of course the little chicken walker next to it. And those are life-size too. You can actually climb up inside of them and go in the front there where you drive them. It's pretty cool. I just don't have any ladders put up, so I can't actually take you up in there today, but maybe in a future video we can do that. But those were really fun to build too. I like those walkers. And behind me here I have what I call Darth Vader's building. I built it up to look like Darth Vader's chest piece on his uniform. And that's actually a building behind it where we go in and keep our supplies and build our supplies that we build with. And of course his lightsaber is right next to his building. And next over here we have a Y-Wing. I don't know if you remember those from a few movies, but the Y-Wings were a pretty cool aircraft. I always liked them, so I thought I'd go ahead and put one in with the displays. And here we have Yoda's lightsaber, his little green lightsaber. It's a lot smaller than the others, just like in the movies. His lightsaber's a lot smaller. And right beside it we have Boba Fett's ship. And that one was a lot of fun to build. I've always liked Boba Fett. He's one of my favorite characters. And how can you have a Star Wars collection without the Millennium Falcon? So there's the Millennium Falcon. Kind of hard to build a round ship out of square blocks, but we managed okay. It's the only one I have actually here that has landing gear. So it actually landed and got 3 great big landing gear. And then we have the ramp here to get inside the ship. This one's easy to get into, so I'll show you. It's got the basic layout of the Millennium Falcon correct. It's not really fancy because of the lack of building materials, but this would be where Han Solo flies the Millennium Falcon. And you come back here and there's the turret in the bottom and the top where they take on all the TIE fighters. And around here you just have the rooms. And it's pretty plain, but that's about all the detail I have in here right now. It's the right layout. It just doesn't look too fancy yet. And over here, this monster is a sand crawler. If you remember the sand crawlers from the first Star Wars where they were selling the droids to Uncle Lars and Luke, that's a great big sand crawler. That was fun to build too. Got the great big tracks. And we decided to put it in a little scene here. This is a little scene for Tatooine, so I put all sand and made it look like the sandcrawler had just come up and parked here so they could do some trading with the folks in Tatooine. So this is a little Tatooine village. And we got all the buildings and lots of little dwellings up here for people to live in and do some trading with the Jawas when they come running up here in their giant sand crawler. That was a lot of fun to build too. I like building the giant stuff. It's always a lot of fun. And this over here would be the traders area. And then last but not least, before the sun goes completely down, I want to run over there. Oh my gosh, my carrot. You gotta stop and eat real quick. It won't run. All right, here we go. Let's get going. Hi, cow. Last but not least, a new section that I'm starting now is the Disney section. And the first thing I built right over there was Disney's castle, which is also Cinderella's castle. And I'm pretty happy with that. I thought it turned out pretty cool. It's getting kind of dark now. It's going to be nighttime, but we can still go over and take a look at it. It's pretty well lit up. And they have a really nice big flower garden out front here surrounding it. That's for Cinderella and all her flowers. And there's the castle. You can probably tell it's a pretty big castle. Got some nice paths coming up to it here, and this flower garden kind of goes on forever. That was a lot of fun putting this flower garden together out front. It's on a really, really big compound. And there's the balcony where Mickey and Minnie Mouse and Cinderella and all them come out and wave to folks on the balcony. And she's got a big tunnel underneath her castle. And when you go through the tunnel and we come out the back side here, we have a great big garden. And the big garden is to keep everybody in the castle fed, of course. Got a lot of room back here. I'm planning on putting up some more castles from Disney, so that's going to be fun, and probably a few characters too. Just have to decide what we want to do. But there's the back side of the castle. This was one of my biggest projects, and it was probably one of my funnest too. In the bottom of the castle, I haven't finished this, but these rooms are all going to be the servants' quarters and the stalls and everything. And upstairs, there's going to be a giant ballroom. Right now, the ballroom isn't finished, but I'll show it to you next time when I get the ballroom finished with all the chandeliers. And here's the balcony where everybody comes and waves to everybody outside the castle. And of course, you can see all the Star Wars stuff over there too. So as of now, that's pretty much everything that I've gotten put together. I hope you guys had fun. Oh, one little story about Darth Maul's lightsaber. When I started the castle, I didn't realize how big it was going to be. And this lightsaber blade actually went way out into the field over there. It was so long. So because the castle got in the way, I had to cut short the lightsaber blade. The other side's still as long as it should be, but I guess that's just the price of progress. But I hope you had fun with the tour today for Miss Peggy's class. And if you have any questions, of course, you can ask her. And I appreciate you coming along. And you guys take care now and have a really great day. Goodbye.